Well, good afternoon and welcome back, National Soccer League fans. We welcome you now here to the lovely field of Pleasantdale Field in Savannah as the Silverbacks are hosting the Athens Olympians in a battle of the Southeast in Georgia. And a lovely, warm, sunny summer afternoon here in Savannah as the teams make their way out onto the pitch, but it's not all rainbows and sunshine out here. There's been some interesting off-season acquisitions for both these teams, including one high-profile one between the two clubs. That was a real shock blockbuster deal that got done at the 11th hour in the transfer window. We'll highlight that and all the ramifications of that big deal and how it's affected these two teams. Let's look at the starting lineup for the visitor, or the home side rather. Big changes. Koke Ruiz brought in after lackluster performances in the goalkeeping position all year. Nikolai Taylor comes in from the Hydra to try to shore up that back line. Alberg now starting in midfield with Napier, McGlavin, two new players on the wings and two new up top, Colton and Eldridge, but a big name missing from the lineup. A lot of second-hand store goods, if you will. And Fabian Guerra, or rather now in the trying to fill the void of Cisco Mateu, who has left the club. And guess where he is? Right here in the Olympians starting 11. What a shock deal for a team that already had one of the best center defensive midfielders in the league in Etsekiel Nemanjic, club captain, who reportedly has been somewhat unsettled by this move, but it does shore up this core of the team here and a really solid partnership between those two. No other changes to highlight. It's Nima who's been brought back on another contract after a short one-year deal. He got a renewal in the offseason. Gutierrez on the left wing and Pietro Mello on the right, and that means there's no room in the team for Irving Cruikshank. Made way for the new acquisition of Cisco Mateu. So, interesting storylines to watch here. How will Mateu fare against his old club here? How will the fans treat him? Expecting a lot of boos as the visitors get us underway, and he's on the ball right away. Ooh, and the fans hate him. And a strong challenge right away. We expected as much. And Marcus Dalberg, the sophomore second-year player in the first minute. That's something that has Silverbacks Stadium fired up here. Crunching challenge on the recently departed Cisco Mateu, wearing the new Olympians sky blue and white colors. And wow, no love lost between the two there, it seems. And I think we can expect an afternoon full of challenges like that on Cisco Mateu. The Silverbacks organization, fans, players not happy with his unceremonious exit. Eldridge now, first touch for his new club is a good one. Another season of tumultuous turnover for the Silverbacks. 4 new attackers for the second year in a row. Employing the Chelsea transfer market strategy, just hoping that some of these players will stick. So far, so good. Here goes McGlavin. Exciting play. And ends up at the feet of Carlinhos, who's able to knock it clear, but Dalberg on the ball again. Also on a yellow card early on here. Eldridge, clever little flick to Colton, who was underwhelming, to say the least, last season, along with Eldridge. Maybe they can find some new footing at their new club. McGlavin has dribbled away again. Dalberg. McGlavin has dribbled it away a third time. Off to a slow start in his new colors. Here's Konecevich trying to get the visitors something to cheer about. Here goes Nema. It's into the channel. It's a 1v4, but he's done well to hold it up. Nema. Konecevich, good skill. Nema. It's Nema. Good save from Koke Ruiz at his first. Ooh! Tempers flaring early here in Savannah. It's a hot day. And another hotly contested battle. Koke Ruiz shows what he brings to the table here. The new goalkeeper for the Silverbacks. Player who has not really gotten starting opportunities. Oh, another crunching challenge. Oh, another challenge on Mateu. Flying in left and right out here. Now here goes McGlavin. Can he do something with this ball? Probably had a moment to breathe here in the commentary gantry. Eldridge, Marcus Dalberg. What a save from Carlinhos at point blank. 2 top-class saves from the two keepers, one at each end. Back and forth stuff here. It's like a basketball game at the moment. Here goes Konecevich. Lovely ball from Nema. And Gleason gets in the way. Good defending. The ball just wouldn't lie down. Ooh. We're charging back the other way now. Here goes Braxton Eldridge. McGlavin's seen a lot of the ball early, but hasn't really done a whole lot with it. Oh, that's clever, though. Here goes Ian Shunk. McGlavin gets back inside, trying to settle things down here. I'll be careless on the ball and gave it away to Konecevich. Miloš Konecevich into Nemanjic. Mateu, midfield trio combining nicely. Lovely ball into Pietro Mello. Some space to work with here. Goes down by Shunk. Mateu against his old club. What a header that would have been. Or a headline, rather, pardon me. Oh, How many more chances will he get? I think Ruiz does have it covered if it ended up being on target, but that would have certainly stunned the Silverbacks faithful into silence if that one had rippled the back of the net. Best chance of the match so far, maybe. As that's flicked on by Colton, and Eldridge giving chase, showing the pace. Braxton Eldridge on his own. What a finish! Braxton Eldridge shows what he brings to the table, and the Silverbacks have a 1-0 lead. He closed the space brilliantly and simply asleep at the wheel. I have to see who was the Olympians defender here called into question. It's Ivan Helguera, just not good enough defensively. And Eldridge makes him pay. Well, it's close range, but could Carlinhos maybe have done better with this? Let's get a look at it here. Just can't get his hands up in time. It's a fine finish from Braxton Eldridge, though, who requested a transfer after a slow season with the Golden Horde. He's up and running here inside 18 minutes for the new club. The Silverbacks 1-0 lead over the Olympians. Finally, we have a goal after countless chances at either end of the pitch. Here goes Nima trying to get his side back on terms. Good run from Nima. He's won a handball, I believe, off Taylor there, and it will be an Olympians free kick. How's that for a quick response? PT and Nima standing over this one. Two-man wall, a tight angle right by the corner flag for the Olympians. Who snuck into the playoffs over their division rivals here last season. Trying to repeat that feat again as Fabi heads away. Tough, difficult ball for PT to try and judge here, but he's done well. Mateu. Over pass to Melo. Off Taylor again, back to Melo, looking for Knecevich, thumping header! Gleason, oh, what a save! Koke Ruiz somehow prevents a disastrous own goal. Brilliant goalkeeping. So far, so good for the new signings of the Silverbacks. Great goalkeeping from Ruiz again. Napier hasn't seen much of the ball. He's on it now with Colton in support. Trying to settle things down again with the 1-goal lead intact. Here's Marcus Dalbert. Nice reverse ball to Eldridge, who's on the score sheet already once today, and he's won a free kick here. I'll take it quickly here, you know. Here goes Colton. And there it is, quick free kick as we call it out. Dalberg, Napier, Eldridge and him combining on the edge of the area. Eldridge, Colton, nice turn. Angled down by the approaching Ivan Helguera. Referee says cleanly. Shunk wins it back. Gutierrez has been a non-factor in this game. He gave it away again. Mateu heads away. Here's Jokin Broda. Got to be careful here. Just about played out of his own danger area. Knecevich to Nima. With Knecevich and now wide to Melo. Looking inside and just couldn't get the pass off. Kyle Venter brought in from the Olympians, actually, as part of the swap deal for Mateu, along with a handsome cash cow lump sum as well. So he's been impressive so far in his debut. Clean sheet through the opening half hour. McGlavin now trying to show some pace on the wing on Broda. He's done well to clip this one in. It's away as far as Fabi. Eldridge back to his feet. Eldridge has it again. Dalbert going to let fly. Blocked by Helguera, and Broda did well to prevent the corner. Laying out of danger as well. That's a nice ball forward. Knecevich goes wide to Gutierrez. Space opening up in the middle for the Olympians. Here goes Knecevich. And trying to lift it over Shunk. Couldn't quite find the angle. Here is Melo. Nima. Nice quick pass. Mateu! Nima! Scuffs it and saved by Ruiz. It should have been 1-1. Koke Ruiz continues to endear himself to his new fans here. Nima just anywhere but there would do. It's a comfortable enough save in the end from point-blank range. Koke Ruiz, though, what a first half he's had in his new colors. Knecevich towards Eric Mbea. Header looping in, and it's a simple enough save for Ruiz again. See the distribution here from him. Spent so many years as the backup, Koke Ruiz, for the stealth behind Poppy. And funny enough, Carlinhos now on the Olympians here as well, but finally getting his chance as a starter, and he is showing his true colors here in excellent fashion. Eldridge giving chase, but Broda is there to mop up. Olympians have been shut out in this first half. They've had their chances, but they trail on the road here against their division rivals. The Silverbacks have a goal to the good. Here's Cisco Mateu. Advanced position now. Knecevich has Melo on the far side. It's a 3v2 at the moment with Nima. Nima bearing down a goal. Nima! Oh, it's Nima! Nima! 2 seasons in a row. It's Neema on opening day who finds the back of the net for the Olympians. Showing he's worth his weight in gold for that new contract renewal. What a finish. He made a real mess of the chance minutes ago, but this one is a dagger, and it's buried through the legs of Ian Shunk into the far corner. No clean sheet for Koke Ruiz despite his best efforts. And it's Neema who's done it again, doing the business for the Olympians in his second season with the team. 1-1 with 5 minutes to play. Game on here in Pleasantdale Field in Savannah, Georgia, between these two fierce rivals. It's all going according to plan for the Silverbacks in this first half, but a late goal from Neema draws the visitors level here. And there's still time. 5 minutes to play. Silverbacks have the ball. They're asking good questions offensively. Colton, we saw a lot of that last season, just getting caught on the ball. He's got to just try to play a little quicker. Here's the goal scorer, Neema. Lovely turn from Knecevich. Mateo got held up. Does it again, though, with Emelo. The wide area is being exploited. Here goes Piti. Numbers pouring forward. It's in towards Neema, and Gleason in the way. Manion's poor touch there, given away quickly. Colton got it off his foot. Napier. Been largely kept quiet by Piti on the wing today. 2 minutes of added time. Last chance for the Silverbacks to get forward with Gleason. Sprays it out wide to McGlavin. Dribbling like a seal off his nose. Nice control. Clever flick. Here's McGlavin again. Forced wide. Cuts back in for Shunk. Has players in the middle to aim at. Dalberg, one of them. Too many touches again, and that should do it for our first half action. And there is the last blast on the whistle after the first 45. 1-1 here. We're all square. A goal from each side. New boy Braxton Eldridge gets the Silverbacks off the mark, but then Neema with the late equalizer to draw the Olympians level. We'll be right back with your second half action here on the National Soccer League Network in just a moment. Back, National Soccer League fans, a thrilling first half with just about everything you'd want. Goals, chances, saves, and a couple of not-so-friendly fouls on the former Silverback Cisco Mateu, who's on the ball here with plenty of space to find Neema for his second of the day. What a save from Ruiz, who was electric in that first half. Picks up right where he left off. A top-class save from the new Silverbacks shot stopper. Denies the Olympians that go-ahead goal. Here's Mateu, trying one for range, and Ruiz answers the call again. Having the first half, or rather first game debut of dreams. 6 saves already for the new boy. Full stretch this one from Mateu to deny him a spoiled goal against his old club here. How much would it mean for Mateu? He's had a couple looks. Get one back, have the last laugh over his former employers. He's got a corner here with Knecevich. It's in towards Emelo, a teasing ball. Emelo! Our first set-piece goal of the season is a thing of absolute beauty. Pietro Emelo heads home on an absolute perler from Milos Knecevich from the corner directly. How about this delivery here? You saw the shape. Right when it comes in, he finds the soft spot. Taylor can't get there. Ends up on the ground in the dust. And Emelo, shaking off the rust, heads this one into the top corner, into the outstretched arms of Koke Ruiz. Olympians have the lead here early on in the second half. They scored late in the first, quickly in the second to overturn a 1-goal deficit, and now they lead on the road. A team that was scrappy in this way. They never got down and out when they were losing. That's what got them into the playoffs, that never say die attitude on full display again here. The Olympians lead at the home of the Silverbacks. How do they respond now? It's Ian Shunk on the ball with McGlavin in support. Dalberg, nice ball for Colton, who's not really made too much of an impression so far. Napier, that's lovely skill. Napier, what a save from Carlinhos, beaten away with cat-like reflexes. Well, he's been quiet, Jean-Paul Napier, the former Manticore, but a couple of lovely touches, skipping away from defenders. That's a top-class save from Carlinhos, the big man, to get down. Well, Olympians made the Silverbacks pay with a corner. Can the hosts return the favor here? Looks like we got a short option. Napier and McGlavin, the two redheads. Napier gonna loft it in towards Colton. Away by Emelo. He seems to have a real knack for winning these aerial duels. Dalberg has space. It's Colton. Sean Colton on debut. Oh, what a save! Carlinhos. Somehow, superhuman shot-stopping reflexes here. Colton does well. Does everything right. It's just a spectacular stop from the big man in the Olympians' goal to deny Colton a would-be debut finish. Game has really exploded into life here. PA to take again. It is McGlavin running short again. Maybe he'll get it this time. Swung in deep instead towards Dalberg. Headers up. Venter with the overhead kick. Oh, wow. Nearly trickled its way in. That's why you keep a player on the back post, I suppose. And Bea trying to thread it through. It's off target. Silverbacks regain the ball in their own offensive third here. Dalberg on the turn. Couple runners in support. He shunk one of them with control. Big touch though, and Nemanja able to capitalize. Napier in support. Colton again dribbling into trouble and giving it away. Nima did really well to get a foot on that ball, and it sets up a nice long pass to Luina Gutierrez. Trying to work his creative muscles here. Nemanja out wide to Imelo. Space and time on the ball here. What can he do with it now? Konecevich couldn't get away. Good defending from Sean Gleason. Tight area there. Nice dummy there from Napier. Back with the Silverbacks as we trickle past the hour mark here. The visitors are in control, but now here come the home side trying to get forward with Leonard McGlavin. Two in the middle to pick out. Swinging back post for Napier. Napier's header saved by Carlinhos again. Did well to pounce on that ball. It seemed to hang up in the air forever. Olympians have control over the destiny at the moment. If they can get a third, it feels like the game might be put to bed as Siska Mateu plays in Nemanja. Nemanja to drive it! Oh, what a finish! Off-season drama begun. The two center midfielders link up in splendid style here. Nemanja with a volley. Oh. He will never forget. He could strike 99 more shots like this. He'll never hit one as clean as that. It is an absolute laser into the side netting. Look at the technique here on the half volley. No chance for Ruiz. That is pitch perfect. Inch perfect even. And it's Ezequiel Nemanja. Again, the controversy around bringing in Siska Mateu is a distant afterthought now as Nima makes way. His day is done, saving him for bigger tests ahead. Kwon Yin comes on. Nima on the score sheet, and now Nemanja makes it 3-1. Olympians, despite trailing for most of the first half, have a commanding grip on this game. The opener for both these two teams. Silverbacks in real trouble again, looking a little bit lost at sea with all these new signings. Everything in the stadium seemed to just freeze when Nemanja struck that ball. What a strike it was. 3-1 lead. Eldridge, who thought he had some debut glory cooked up, is trying to get back. He's given it away there. He's got on the score sheet, but since then, the Silverbacks have not had too much to write home about. Blues now starting to rain down. Fans growing frustrated with the performance in this second half. Nemanja moving forward again with time and space. Drilled into Imelo. Mateu would be the icing on the cake if he could score here. Konecevich might just set him up to do so. Instead, it's Yin. It's Nemanja. It's a good save from Ruiz, and without him, it could easily be 4 or 5. Starting to see the frustration with the fans, as well with the goalkeeper. Ruiz is having a real go at his defenders there. He's still going on an absolute tirade. Might have another change here cooked up for one of these two squads. Indeed, we do. See who's coming on here. Might be a Silverbacks change. It is indeed Alves Oliveira for Colton, a uninspired debut. Trying to find his footing again after a season out of favor with the Pink Nightmare. It was not the start he was hoping for. Alves Oliveira trying to regain his starting role from last season. Konecevich swings at another delicious ball, and Taylor alert for the danger that time. Melo wins another aerial duel though. Nemanja could have another go at it here if he wants. And feed it inside for Konecevich, and Taylor in the way. Siska Mateu pinched it back off Dalberg though. Lovely control there. B trying to go free. Interesting choice in the passes, but it's played out well enough. Got to be now or never for the Silverbacks, and they want to get in this game. Trailing by a margin of 2 goals with 15 minutes to play here. Up to the perfect start, but then it's all kind of fallen apart since then. Here's McGlavin. Fabi, this is better. Right to Venter it goes. Good skill from Kyle Venter. Can he whip it across now? It's blocked by Eric Abea, but he might get a second chance here for Oliveira. Whipped in, and Carlinhos there ahead of Napier. Lays long for Carlinhos. Stick around, and Yin's got it. There is Quan Yin out to Melo. Gutierrez waiting for options, and Yin so too. Nemanja might have another go here. Knezovic around the back door. Tight angle, great save from Ruiz. It was a powerful effort. Ruiz is doing a good job in the goal to keep this one from getting out of hand. No pun intended. Blues raining down on the Silverbacks players now with 10 minutes to play. Not the hope they had for this opening game here in front of the home crowd against the division rival. It is a all too familiar story for this team. Struggled to win games last season as evidenced by their 4th overall draft pick. Here goes Eldridge. Moving in towards Fabi. It's a good ball, but Eric Mbea commanding presence in the air. And out wide to Melo. Any hope of a comeback now surely is dying out. It's just 5 minutes to play here. And Olympians trying to get forward for a fourth, still trying to add insult to injury. They might just do so here with Broda. Wide to Melo. PT. Mateo's offside here, and there is the whistle. Just a little too eager to get in against his old club. It's awfully tight. Just need that pass to come a little sooner. Doesn't really seem to matter too much of that. Should just about be that. Only 5 minutes left on the day, and Khalil Johnson coming on now for Leonard McGlavin. It was an up and down debut for him. A whole lot of end product to show for it. Flashes of potential, the former Scouts backup winger. Dalberg. Deep. There's Oliveira. On the line he goes 3 in the middle to try to pick out again. His cross has been blocked though. And PT spins away. Competent and confident defending. And Knezovic now springing in the trap for Nemanja, who's gotten forward more than he normally might in this game so far. Already scored once today. It goes wide to Broda. Drilled in, good ball. Quan Yin to the byline. Just a little bit too heavy of a touch and couldn't keep control. Eased off it in the end. Into 4 minutes of added time at the end of our second half. The Olympians down 1-0 have answered 3 unanswered, so to speak, and is going to take control of this game with all 3 points in regulation time. Great start to their season. Not a whole lot of bad things to say. Silverbacks, again, back to the drawing board. Have to try and figure out how to maximize the potential and the production from this group of deep veteran players they've got. Still tinkering and toying with the recipe to try to get those tweaks just right. Here's Melo. Oh, lovely change of pace there. Melo running on through the foul. Has options in the middle. Pietro Melo driven in, and Gleason with a back pass. Referee let that go, was unintentional. Johnson flicks on, but to no one in particular, and that should do it. Just waiting for the full-time whistle here any minute now. And there it is, the Olympians with a resounding 3-1 comeback victory at the hands of their hosts. The Silverbacks trounced on opening day after a Braxton Eldridge debut goal. It all went south for the Silverbacks here. The Olympians ascending into 3 points toward the top of the table. Sekdil Nemanja with a goal of the season contender with a sweetly struck half volley that Thiago Alcantara would be proud of. I'll leave you here with the full match highlights from this one and this divisional showdown in the NFC South. We'll be back with a few more games. This afternoon turns into evening. For now, leave you here with the highlights in the National Soccer League Network. Goodbye for now. What?